Welcome to another episode of Permission to be Wealthy. I'm your host, Tasha Chen. And as you know, every conversation of this podcast will always be geared towards reminding you that you deserve to have wealth with ease. Today's episode is sponsored by Starcox, your business building dream team for business owners who want it all but can't do it all. Whatever is taking time away from your zone of genius in your business, let Starcox handle that. Whether you need branding, social media management, systems and automations, website or landing pages, sales and marketing, content creation, and more. Sherry and Jesse and their team of experts are your one-stop solution to implement the projects that have been keeping you stuck while you focus only on your favorite parts of your business. Get unstuck today and scale your business with the Starcox Dream Team. All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Permission to be Wealthy. I'm your host, Tasha Chen, and listen in for conversations that remind women you deserve to have wealth with ease. Today, I have an incredible guest for you. His name is West Wages. Hopefully I said that right.
Yeah, just no T, just Wes.
I know, just West. I was like, I think I put a T on there.
So many people do that, which is cool. That's kind of,
It works,
I
right?
like it. Yeah.
You'll take it. So I had the pleasure of meeting Wes, and he is a content generating idea factory, family man extraordinaire, based in Nashville. And all that's impressive, but I happened to be sitting in a meeting, masterminding with Wes a few minutes ago. And one of the things that I loved about the conversation that we were having was just your heart for serving entrepreneurs. And so many of the women that I serve are all, taking that leap of faith and in business on their own. And I cannot wait to pick your brain about all the wealth of knowledge that you know about how we can use our online businesses to grow our wealth, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But first, we're going to start with, you have an amazing life. Would you agree?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
One of the things that I love to do is during these conversations, just keep it real. And I think that a lot of people we were joking earlier where it's like, perfection is all that you see on Instagram and
Yeah.
Facebook, and everybody assumes, oh, wow, everyone's got this amazing life. And we're talking about being wealthy. And so as I read about you, I was like, this dude's got an amazing life. He, for all intents and purposes, seems to be pretty wealthy, right? But what I want to ask you and it's really a request to be vulnerable. What would you say at this point in your journey, based on your definition of wealth, is the gap, the thing that's, still yet to be experienced or conquered or had or achieved for you in your definition of wealth?
Yeah, that's huge. Well, one of the first things Ramit Sethi, I think I said that right. I think he has a book about being rich, and it's kind of a play on words because you think it's about making money, right?
Yeah.
But being rich and wealthy does not mean money.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean financially. I think personally, being rich and wealthy is all about what my life is. Like I have 4 beautiful children. They're healthy. I have an amazing wife. We've been married. We just celebrated 15 years.
You're not old enough to be married 15
Oh,
years.
yeah. I'm 39 right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were young, but like, thankfully we've gotten
That's
to spend a lot of our
awesome.
lives together. And yeah, I would think, no, I love vulnerability. There are struggles all the time, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've built an amazing company, Armosa Studios, and my wife actually started our company.
Wow.
So my wife is the go-getter.
Yeah.
She is the boss babe. Like she does it. And I
We like her. We like her.
I ride coattails over here. I mean, seriously, she started the business and she hired me in.
Oh, wow.
And then I ran with it. And now we moved to Nashville to let her continue another business. You know what I mean? So like, but I would say like we still are struggling. We've been through some marriage things where we had to go get some coaching. You know what I mean? And so now that coaching and therapy, she's working and doing that for other people now.
Wow.
So it's like even in the depths of our like struggles, we found good in that because then we can help more people.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, there's always ups and downs, but
Yeah.
happy to share kind of whatever in that.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you for being vulnerable, and we're sending your wife massive kudos.
100%. If you want real life, follow her on Instagram, Tera Wages, Tera Wages. Yeah, she's completely vulnerable, and like we show the good and the bad.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's really what it's all about, because I think when you start talking about wealth, especially, we live in a time where everyone portrays ideal. Like, here is my car. Here's the 10th vacation I went on in the last 3 days.
Yes.
Here is just like my bank account with millions of dollars. And it's just not true.
That's all just Instagram.
Yeah, that's all it is. And so in this conversation, in these conversations, we're talking about giving yourself permission to be wealthy. If your perception is that wealth is ideal and impossible, it makes it even more difficult.
Yes.
Because you're thinking, I'm nowhere near perfect enough to have that.
Yeah.
And so just being able to share that it's not all true. All right. So the big question, and this is where we get to pick his brain.
Okay.
We know that the time that we live in, having an online business is a great path to creating wealth.
Yes.
And we also know that as women, that comes with putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are really, like, talk about feeling scared about something.
Yes.
It's like, I mean, there are those women that it just comes naturally to. I find that even though I do this for a living, I like literally have to talk myself up into the mirror, like do all the work to get out there. And so we have this amazing opportunity to create wealth, but it also calls out our greatest fear, right?
100%. Putting yourself out there, having the face on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, we work with a lot of online female entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And I love that because they are freaking, I want to say bat, but like, I don't know what our language is.
Go for it. And also, please,
they're badass entrepreneurs, you know what I mean?
Name drop.
Yeah. So we work for Marie Forleo, Amy Porterfield, as well as another like a lot of female entrepreneurs. And we absolutely love that. And a lot of them have female run companies as well.
Yeah. Love it.
Tasha, I would say that no matter what, you just got to do it. And I honestly think that a lot of women are going to see other women and say, oh, thank you for not having to put on your face today and getting your hair all done and sit in their car and get that best lighting just to put the video out.
Yeah.
Like, just put the video out.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like, just hold the phone up and just record something that's going to benefit someone.
Yeah.
Here's a good thing. If you know that recording a video, no matter what you look like right now, is going to help 5 other women, would you do it?
Yes.
Then if you do it, then why are you so concerned about what you look like?
Right. What is that about?
Just because like you're there to help other women.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this, I mean, I can't relate 100%, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do have a wife who I know, and I'm in the depths with her of the same things.
Yeah.
And I would just say like, you're there to help other women. So push past your own fears for a moment there.
Yeah.
And do it when you go to like, you're getting ready and dolled up one day a week.
Yeah.
Batch it. You know what mega batching?
Yeah.
You got to mega batch that
a
stuff.
little bit. Yeah.
All
like,
right,
okay, today is the day. You know what? I feel cute. My hair is done. I put makeup on because I was doing a Zoom video.
Yep.
Like, whatever. I got all the things I would want in place. Now
you know what I would do? I would jump on ChatGPT.
Okay.
And I would say, hey, create 10 short videos that I can, create 10 topics about this. You're going to have to feed it a little bit of information.
Yeah.
But as soon as it does, you hold the phone up, you put it stable. You can do a walking shot if you want to. That's cool because it gives movement in the background. So that gives more engagement.
Yeah.
But if you were to record those 10 videos and then you push those out one day a week and you have a few extras just as hey, let's just say the kids got sick and couldn't do it this day. Well, you have some extras.
Yeah. I love that. So that's go ahead.
Sorry, I got to say, creating social content, there has to be a call to action. There has to be something else you're doing. If you really want to build wealth, you have to sell something.
Yeah.
Building, 10,000 Instagram followers means nothing if you're not making money from it.
Yeah. Let's just like dive there because that's the other thing is how we compare ourselves to others. I got caught in that, and this is my vulnerable share. I got caught in that looking at someone that I admire who had 3 times the following that I do on Instagram. And I actually happened to be a part of her program. And when she shared her revenue, it was like maybe $200,000 more than me. And I was like, whoa, for like 3 times the followers and like glossy, perfect reels every day and content of the yin yang. I was like, there's clearly not a direct correlation. And listening to you, I'm reminded of, I saw this video on Facebook where this girl was in her bathroom, just woke up, did not, you know what I mean? Did not
Yep.
do a thing. And she was just like, I don't love myself.
Mm.
That's the way the video started. I don't love myself. This is the way I go out every day. I don't do my hair. I don't dress well. I don't take care of my body. And I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, I want to change. And it was just so raw and vulnerable. It had bazillions of
Yes.
views.
Yep.
Right. And I think that's what I hear you saying is like, just be willing, just think about the people that are going to be impacted and their lives are going to change because you were willing to not be perfect.
Totally.
Right.
I think you just got to take that step.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be 100 with you. Like, we have 4 children. They're between 4 and 9.
Bless your heart.
You know what I mean? Like, we lost a lot of years. I gained like 20, 30 pounds. And then my wife basically sat me down one day and was like, listen, you need to take care of your body. Like, it's time. Like, I love you no matter what, no matter kind of what you look like, but also I want you to be there to watch our kids grow up.
Yeah.
And so I have fear that you're not going to be there and I'll be left alone.
Yeah.
Oh, and it hit me, you know what I mean?
Like, going to the gym, babe.
Yeah. So you know what I did? 75 hard. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about that. You did it.
My wife and I are doing it together. She did it with me.
Wow.
So we're on day 54 right now. And for 75 days, we're drinking a gallon of water, two workouts a day. One of them has to be outside.
Wow.
Reading 10 pages of a book, no alcohol, follow a diet.
Wow.
So we just did it. You know what I mean? You just have to jump in.
One of the things we're going to get to in this conversation, by the way, is the way that this man honors and supports his wife. And we were having a conversation in our mastermind earlier that I'm going to cue you all in on, but I want to get the goods for you. One of the things that you shared was that online courses are changing, and so many women have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and everyone's saying, you should do a course. You should do a course. That's the path to wealth. Like, just create a course, put it out there, and you'll be a gazillionaire, right?
Yes.
But you're saying that's changing. What can you tell us about that?
Okay, so I love courses. Yeah. It's obviously it's a business for us, right?
Yeah.
And I think courses are still relevant, but we have to look at the retention rate. And if people are going through your course and not following through to the end, then that's not a good representation of what you just gave them.
Yeah.
So here's what I think. What's becoming really popular are 90-day workshops, accelerators, or masterminds where you're leading people through that course.
Yeah.
So at the end of that, what this looks like. Okay, option A, I'm giving you a course. It's 6 hours of content. All right, Tasha, go watch it.
Yeah.
And then you get busy.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Yeah.
There's no accountability there.
Yeah.
And then you never finish it and you never get the good testimonial, right? The other way to do that is to say, hey, Tasha, I want to take you through a 90-day mastermind. We're going to work through this content that I've created and written. And then after that 90 days, you'll come out with this.
Yeah.
So what you do is you actually play the lessons during the 1-hour session during the week.
Yeah.
And then you're able to kind of talk through that and teach it live.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's taking an hour out of your week, but also think about the retention rate of everybody going through that and the testimonials and success stories that you're going to have coming out of that. And that's a big part of our business for success stories.
Well, I can tell you that works because we built our business in that way. And we have a 97 to 98% completion rate of a 120-day course.
That's amazing.
That is like 50 years of marriage.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But the reason is that we have always been in the program, delivering it live, having accountability mentors. Like, we really, the bottom line is if you don't do the work, you're not going to get the results, right? And
that's
so we
huge.
figured that out. So I love that you are out there sharing, this is the way.
And even if you've already built a course, you can just repurpose it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, that's not lost. It's not forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still think people should film that content, right? Because if for you to get on every single week and kind of create this new thing is going to be tough. But if you had this script or it's already done or the video's already done, hey, you're just kind of pushing through it and then we're going to talk about it.
Right. Right. I love that. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. That's the tip is, everyone's out there telling you to build a course. Just remember that we're all human beings. We need accountability. We need to be guided.
Yes.
We didn't buy the course. We bought you.
Yeah, that's
right?
huge.
We really want that touch to help see us through. All right. Yep. So the other thing was success stories and how magical that is.
Oh, I love success stories.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Your website and your brand, whatever, should have whatever your website is, .com/success stories.
Ooh, /success stories. Okay.
And so we at our company have a really good way to get this, right? One, I want to throw an offer out there. So if you go to armosastudios.com /wealth, ARMOSA, Armosa Studios, plural.com /wealth, I want to give you a free swipe file that you can just copy and then put that into a LinkedIn message, put that in the email, send it to 10 of your best clients. And you don't have to think about what to ask. You don't have to think about what to say. You know, you can get that back and they're going to email you back and set something up.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good, it's stuff that we've used of years of interviewing people and getting the best out of people.
Yeah.
We'll give you really good success stories.
Well, I'm going to download that right now as soon as we're done.
We'll do that. I'll send it to you. But
armosastudios.com /wealth. And what I love about that, right? This podcast is called Permission to be Wealthy. But one of the tenets that we have in our program is wealth with ease. And so anything that helps us create wealth with ease, I love. And what I hear you saying is, here's a swipe file, just copy and paste, send it to 10 of your favorite, who you think have been your most successful clients, and literally get them to tell you their success story.
Yes.
And it's done.
And then you got to go, whatever your website is .com /success stories.
Yeah.
And you fill that information in that you got from that swipe file, you put it on the website.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So then when people go to your website, they're going to be able to see like, oh, here are other people that have gone through the same thing.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Why success stories work. People have to relate to people.
Yeah.
If you were to say, hey, Wes, do you ever feel like bogged down, like you just can't get ahead because your family life is busy? Also, you're working this job and you're tired all the time, but also you feel like you have this deep desire to like fulfill some of your passions that you just have never got around to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, yeah, that's me. Like, what do you have to offer me? Tell me, because I will buy it because you just related to me.
Yeah.
So with success stories, that's what you do. You find your avatar, your customer avatar, and you find everybody that has gone through that. And that's how you relate to them. So in those success stories, you share the beginning, middle, and the end, the full story. Now, we do that through video, which I think is absolutely 100% the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
Because people can see, people can hear, and people can trust that person on camera.
Yeah.
And know that it's a real person.
And it's real. Like we can tell the truth when we see it. We can feel it. Versus if you just sat home and wrote yourself some testimonials, like it might sound great, but if I see someone speaking their story and their transformation, I can feel that.
100%. That's what we do with so many clients, and it's effective.
Yeah.
There's a good story about my friend Dustin Reitman. He posted on his LinkedIn the other day, and literally it was a comment from a LinkedIn post that said, like, Dustin, your accelerator has changed my life and my business. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's an amazing quote, right?
Yeah.
But think about if we had actually gone and filmed her. Well, how is her, like, was she struggling in so much debt? And then she went through Dustin's program and like literally she's gone out of debt now. She's investing into savings.
Yeah.
And she's paying for like school or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that would be so much better to see that transformation. So video is just an absolutely easy way to get in and tell that story, that transformation.
I love that. And there's so many back to just understanding some of the growing pains of the women that I serve. And I remember, I'm an only child, and people think that doing this or getting on Facebook or doing Instagram, I just wake up and roll out of bed and I'm just perfect at it. And nobody, I think, really understands the internal work it takes to get it done. But I tell you what I've learned is that the people that I'm here to serve will relate to me 10,000 times more effectively and efficiently if they see and hear me versus if they read something on my website.
100%.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Right?
If you don't have photos and videos on your website, that's another thing that we sell in our company, not just success stories.
Yeah.
But we also do brand anthems.
Oh, I love that.
And a brand anthem is that thing that goes right below the header of your website.
Yeah.
It's 1minute and 45 seconds and it tells the story of you.
Yeah.
It tells you how you got here and why should I know, like, and trust you?
Yeah.
And so when I'm getting done watching that video, I know who you are. I feel you. I can hear in your voice the sincerity of that.
Yeah.
And then so therefore, when you show me that call to action at the end of the video, I'm going to be more inclined to click the link, buy the thing, whatever your call to action is.
I love it. All right. So I promised you all I would tell you the story. So I'm in this mastermind and I share about my ideal client and I say the number one thing, the number one reason why women, high achieving women want more wealth will surprise you, right?
Mhm.
And the reason is it's not for retirement, it's not trips, it's not like, to do the next brand name purse. It's none of those things. It's so that they don't have difficult financial conversations with their spouse. Believe it or not, that is the reason. We don't want to have to sit at the kitchen table with the budget and be told what we can and can't do
Yep.
or what we need to do that we're not doing. And that drives us. Like so many women actually want to retire their husbands. They want to make wealth so they can retire their husbands. And so as I was sharing that, you said you were sharing that your wife started your business, but what I want you to share is for so many women to see what it's like to have a man say, and you get to share what your wife said to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to have a man say, I want to support you in your personal vision, intention, desire for your wealth.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. Like we were on a walk one night and I told her, I said, hey, we had like $3,000 of credit card expenses that we need to hey, we need to pay this off. I don't want to get behind on it.
Yeah.
And she was just like, whoa, where did this come from? Like you just not telling me this? Cause I do our finances.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, like, sorry. And she just was hit with so much like shame and guilt. And she was just like, in that moment, she said, I'm just ready. I'll know that I'll be able to spend money guilt free when I make more money than you.
Wow.
And at first, I mean, okay, so that might hit a little hard.
Yeah, like the male ego
Yeah,
have
but
to
get
been
over
like,
your male ego.
yeah.
Why in the world should a woman not be able to make more money than you? And I'm just like, go girl.
Yeah.
Like, go and do that.
Yeah.
But it is more difficult.
Yeah.
And I hate that so much. But yes, as a woman, it is going to be more difficult for her to go and make more money than me. But man, I'm going to do everything I can to set her up on that pedestal to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she is going to have to work so much harder and she's going to be so much better for that.
Yeah.
So I think as a husband and just a partner in life, like what can I do to set her up for anything possible? And you know what? I'm putting my eggs in her basket.
I'm putting my eggs in her basket.
I don't really know what that means,
like,
but
husbands out there, this is the way you should talk. Like Exhibit A right here.
well, I mean, seriously, she started our business. She hired me in.
Yeah.
When we started having kids, like she sacrificed her body and her entire life to have these children. And so we moved to Nashville to help her be the CEO of another company that she's starting. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if she hires me into that one, cool. Like I'm long for the ride here, but yeah, women are far superior in multiple ways. And I think we as husbands and partners can just support each other. Because also she supports me 110%.
Right. Yeah.
It's not just me doing the same, right? But there are times where we're down. COVID was really tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With loss of identity and so many things.
Yeah.
And so I stood up, and then after COVID, she's getting clarity. She's getting clear on what she wants to do. She stands up and we literally have this ladder that we're just both building each other up constantly.
Oh my gosh. So. All right. That's it. We got the template here for a successful marriage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wes, for sharing with us. And, I just want to say the one thing that I've gotten from hearing you talk today in our mastermind and while we've been here is that it just takes like 20 seconds of courage. Turn your phone on and say something.
Absolutely. Just think about who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
If you have that one girlfriend who needs what you're about to say, talk to them. You can literally just say, hey, Amanda, and then start recording. I wanted to let you know a little bit about this, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because when you can talk to that one person, it's worth it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that's how you ease into it. Pretend you're talking to your girlfriend, say her name, and then press record.
Yeah.
And literally talk like you're talking to her. Because that's one of the things too, believe it or not, on my video journey is like, it's almost like I feel I have to go into persona Tasha. And I hate it when I see it. I'm like, that's not me. I just want to be Tasha. I just want to be the way I would be talking to my friend or my husband or whomever, Yep. So that's another, a great tip is like, just pretend you're talking to your girlfriend and just get the video done.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being with me.
You bet.